Hi students, now coming to the next topic, looping statements. What do you mean by looping statements? This looping statements is also known as iterative statements. Okay, when we repeat the same action again and again for multiple times, then we use these looping statements. Okay, for example, if you want to do your work repeatedly for particular number of times, then that is called looping. Okay, which means the same action is repeated again and again. In a program, if you want to print the set of statements repeatedly for a certain number of times, then that statements are called looping statements. Okay, so when the user need to execute a block of code several number of times till the condition is satisfied. See here, when the user need to execute a block of code several number of times till the condition is satisfied, which means the looping statements allows to execute the group of statements multiple times until the particular condition is satisfied. Okay, let us see one real world example. If you want to listen your favorite song repeatedly again and again, that situation is called looping. Okay, if you want to print the hello message for 5 times, then you have to use these looping statements. Okay, see here, print hello, print hello. You are writing this same code for 5 times is very difficult and it takes lot of memory space and it takes more time. But when we use looping statements, no need to write the lengthy codes. You have to write only one code, print hello. No need to write this code for 5 times. You just write for only one time and give the condition. Based on that condition, this hello message will be printed on the output screen. Okay, so that is the main use of looping statements. So if you want to execute the set of statements for several number of times, you no need to write the same code again and again. You have to give the condition and execute that statements based on that condition. Okay, what do you mean by condition? Condition is nothing but it is a Boolean expression. It returns either true or false. Okay, true or false. If the condition is evaluated true, then you have to execute the set of statements. If that condition is false, you have to exit that loop. Okay, the loops are divided into 2 types. First one is while loop and next one is for loop. C++ languages provides 3 types of loops. What are they? While loop, do while loop, for loop. We all know that, but only 2 loops are allowed in Python. What are they? While loop, for loop. Okay, so what do you mean by looping? Whenever you are doing the same activities repeated again and again, that is called looping. Okay, so in this video, let us see about while loop. Okay, in the next video, I will explain about for loop. Now let us see about while loop. While loop is also known as entry check loop. What do you mean by entry check loop? Entry check loop means condition is checked at the beginning of the loop. Okay, we have to check the condition at the entrance of the loop, beginning of the loop. So it is called as entry check loop. Okay, the condition is checked at the beginning and body of the loop is executed if the condition is only true. Okay, otherwise the loop is not executed. So the condition is checked at the beginning. Condition will be checked at the beginning of the loop and the body of the loop, which means the block of code, is executed only if the condition is true. Otherwise the loop not executed. The next point, the else part is optional. In while loop, you can write the else part also, but this else part is optional, okay. You can write the while loop even without else part, okay. If the else part is written, it is executed when the condition is evaluated to false. So you can write the while loop with or without else part because the else part is optional. And the next point, this while loop is not executed even once if the condition is tested false in the beginning, which means it first check the condition, okay. If that condition is true, then it execute the statements, but the condition is false in the beginning, this while loop is not executed even once, okay. You will not get any output if this condition is tested false in the beginning, okay, because it is not executed even once. So let's see the syntax for the while loop. This is the syntax. First write the while. This is the keyword. So you have to write here while. And next write the condition. Here you have to write some condition, okay. After that, here write the statements. These statements are called block one statements. And the next else part. This else part is optional, okay. So it is written within the square brackets. Here one condition will be given. If this condition is true, then you have to execute these statements, block one statements. But if this condition is false, block one statements is not executed, this else part is executed, which means block two statements will be executed. So this is the syntax for while loop. You can write this while loop with or without else part, okay. Next, see the flow chart. This is the flow chart. The loop starts from here and loop ends here, okay. So this diamond shape is for condition, okay. Here write the condition. If this condition is true, then you have to execute block one statements, okay. So see here, this while loop having four parts. First part is initialization, second part is condition, and third part is statements, and fourth part is updating control variable, or you can say this increment, okay, increment. So this while loop having four parts. First initialization, second condition, and third statements, and fourth incrementing the value of the variable, okay. This initialization happens only one time, which means declaring initial value for variable, okay. This is a variable, we are giving the initial value 1, okay. So here this 1 is the initial value. You have to start your execution from 1, okay. If the initial value is 3, then you have to start from 3, okay. So first initialize the value to the variable, and next check the condition. One condition will be there. You have to check that condition. Condition means a is less than or equal to 5, okay. So this is the condition. Here a means what? 1. So you have to check this condition. 1 is less than or equal to 5. 1 is less than 5. So this condition is true. If that condition is true, then execute these statements, okay. Some statements are there. You have to execute that statements, okay. Next step what? Fourth step is updating the control variable. Here in this step, you have to increase the value of the variable, which means a is equal to a plus 1. Right here a is equal to, a means what? 1. 1 plus 1, a is equal to what? 2. Now we updated the value of the variable, which means now the a becomes 2. So now our value is what? 2. So now what is the value of variable a? 2. So check the condition again, okay. This is 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5. This is true or false? True. This is true. So execute these statements. Next, again update the value of the variable. This value becomes 3. Okay, 3. And execute until this condition becomes false. Okay, see here. Here condition will be given. If this condition is true, then it execute block 1 statements. And next you have to update the value of the variable. So again check the condition. If that condition is true, again execute the block 1 statements. Again update the variable. Again go to the condition. Check the condition. If that condition is true, execute block 1 statements. Again execute the same process again and again until the condition becomes false. Okay. If this condition is false, then the loop will be terminated. Okay. Otherwise, if here else part is given here, you can execute block 2 statements. Okay. Here block 2 statements is not given because the else part is optional. Okay. So if this condition is false, you have to exit the loop. So I am going to write a program to print all the numbers from 10 to 15. Okay. See here, first step is initialization. Okay. First I am going to initialize the variable. Okay. I is equal to, we are going to write a program to print all the numbers from 10 to 15. So our initial number is what? 10. Okay. So I is a variable, 10 is the initial value. So I is equal to 10. Next step is what? Condition. Okay. Next we are going to write the condition. How will you write the condition? While, next parenthesis, within parenthesis write the condition. Okay. We are going to print the numbers from 10 to 15. Okay. So you have to print the numbers up to 15. So here write the condition I is less than or equal to 15. Okay. Write the condition like this. Okay. Here write the colon. Next what? Statements. Okay. Write the statement. Print I. Here you have to print I. Okay. Next write end is equal to /t. In this print statement, end parameter is given. /t means tab. Okay. Tab means what? Some white space between two numbers. Okay. This /t is nothing but escape sequences. Okay. If you want to add new line, you have to write here /n. Okay. This is t. T means what? Tab. A tab is used for giving some white space between two digits. Here it prints the value of the I variable. Okay. And next increment. Last step is what? Increment. Increment means I is equal to I plus 1. So this is the program for while loop. Okay. Now let us write the output for this program. First the initial value is what? 10. Next check the condition. I is less than or equal to 15. What is the value of I? 10. So 10 is less than or equal to 15. Check this condition. This condition is true or not? 10 is less than 15. So this condition is true. If this condition is true, then you have to execute this statement. What is the statement? Print I. Okay. Print I means what is the value of I? 10. So you have to print the value of I. 10. This is the first value. Okay. Next, end is equal to /t, which means give some white space here. Okay. And next, I is equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I? 10. I is equal to 10 plus 1, which means 11. Okay. Now our new I value is what? 11. Okay. Now our new I value is 11. So next, check the condition again. 11 is less than or equal to 15. This condition is true or not? 11 is less than 15. So this condition is true. Then you have to print I. What is the value of I now? 11. So here write 11. Next gives some white space because end is equal to slash t. And next I is equal to I plus 1. Now what is the value of I? 11. I is equal to I plus 1 means 11 plus 1, which means 12. Now our new I value is what? 12. Okay. Now again check the condition. 12 is less than or equal to 15. 12 is less than 15. So this condition is also true. So execute next statements. Print I. I means what? 12. Write 12. Next give some white space. Okay. Next I is equal to I plus 1. I is equal to, now our I is what? 12. 12 plus 1? 13. Now our new I value is what? 13. 13 is less than or equal to 15. Check this condition. 13 is less than 15. So this condition is also true. So print I. I means what? 13. Right here 13. Next tab, which means white space. Next I is equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I? 13. Okay, I is equal to 13 plus 1 what? 14. Now our new I value is what? 14. Check the condition. 14 is less than or equal to 15. This is true or not? 14 is less than 15. This condition also true. So print I. Print 14. I value is 14. Okay. Next give some white space. Okay. Next I is equal to I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1 means 14 plus 1 is equal to 15. Now our new I value is what? 15. Okay. Now our new I value is 15. Check the condition. 15 is less than or equal to 15. 15 is less than or equal to 15. 15 is not less than 15, but 15 is equal to 15. Okay. So this condition also true. So you have to print I. I means 15. Okay. Print 15. And next give some white space, and I is equal to I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1 means is equal to 15 plus 1 is equal to 16. Okay. Now our new I value is what? 16. Now what is the value of I? 16. Next again check the condition. 16 is less than or equal to 15. 16 is less than or equal to 15. 16 is less than 15. True or not? Not true. Okay. 16 is equal to 15. Not true. So this condition is false. Okay. So you have to stop your execution here. Okay. Here loop will be terminated. Now see here, print all the numbers from 10 to 15. Okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got the output. Okay. You can write this while loop with the else part also. Okay. Now I am going to write the else part in this program. Else print slash n value of I when loop exit, close the double quotes, and next here write the I. Okay. Now I have written the else part. So if this condition is false, then you have to execute the else part. Okay. See here, an I value is 16. This 16 is not equal to, not less than 15. So this condition is false. Then you have to execute this else part now. Else part is what? Print slash n. Slash n means what? New line. Okay. You have to write this in new line. Okay. Value of I when loop exit. Next here, see here I. Write the value of I here. Okay. Value of I what? 16. Okay. 16. So this is the way of writing the while loop. Thank you, students.